It's an exciting day here at White Davy Garden and Worm Farm. Today I am going to be doing multiple harvest, and this is my first multiple harvest, so quite excited. Now here I have my broccoli, my first broccoli of the year. Unfortunately, it has been so hot that the broccoli is starting to bolt. So I'm just gonna harvest it and put it in my smoothie bowl. I can see another baby broccoli coming up right there, and I have a cauliflower that is producing as well, but I don't know what's going on. In the last week I start to see the leaves of this cauliflower looking like this. Okay, I thought that was a pest. I don't know what's going on with it, so I'm just gonna remove these leaves that are not looking so well. The plant is stunted too. It is smaller than all the other brassicas that are in this bed, and because I don't know what is happening with this, I'm not going to compost the leaves. I'm going to get rid of them. I'm also going to harvest a few of these cauliflower leaves. I'm going to be steaming some vegetables for lunch, and some red Russian kale. This callaloo, or amaranth as it is called by some, is ready for harvesting, but I'm not going to be harvesting it just yet. Do you see these sweet potatoes? Do you remember when I attempted to grow sweet potatoes last year? It seemed as if one of the little sweet potatoes got left behind, and so this is a volunteer, which is quite a surprise because potatoes freeze quite easily, and we had temperatures like -55 over the winter, so I was surprised to see this volunteer growing in here. Now we're going to harvest cucumber. That's a nice one. And over here I have my sauce tomatoes, and the birds and I are just fighting for these tomatoes. Look at that. The magpies are getting in here and they're just decimating my tomatoes. I've never had an issue with birds eating my tomatoes, and I've been gardening in this garden for 12 years, never had an issue until now. Every year these magpies get worse. And this year I had, for the first time, a much wider variety of birds flying around here. So I don't know if it is my garden that is attracting them. But quite a lot of birds. Look at what they're doing to my poor tomatoes. I'm so upset about that, because how do I protect my tomatoes from birds? I'd have to cover them over. So the ones that are not fully ripe, I am taking those off too, because by doing that I'm allowing the plant to focus on sending nutrients to the other tomatoes that are on the vine. And these are some golden ones. Most of the golden ones got eaten by the magpies. I'm quite disappointed this year. I do not have a lot of Roma tomatoes. This is my Scotch bonnet pepper plant, and it is the only one that survived out of all the pepper plants, the Scotch bonnet pepper plants that I had. And this one was struggling for a while. It's just in the last 2 weeks that it is starting to grow and to look better. And I can see that it has been producing. It's getting ready to flower. But these have been on here for a week and they're not opening. I don't know if it is too hot. My potatoes look as if they're almost ready for harvesting as well, but I'm going to allow a little bit more time. And it seems as if something is tunneling through the potato bed. You see that hole there? I don't know what is tunneling through it, but hopefully they're not eating my potatoes. Okay, time to do a checkup on what's going on with my red onions. Now I am quite excited because this is the first year. Oh, that came out quite easily. This is the first year that I'm actually able to see a good harvest of onions. I can tell a nice one is underneath here. You can know when your onions and your garlic is ready for harvesting when you see the plant falling over and the stem of the plant getting deflated. That's when you know they're ready for harvesting. So you can use the leaves as seasoning the same way that you would use the onion bulbs. These are my lettuces and they have bolted as well. These red onions are a little smaller than I expected them to be, but not bad. 2 inches in diameter. These are my, or should I say were, my spinach. They bolt as well and produce their seeds. So I'm just letting them seed. I'm going to be harvesting the seeds. Look at this poor little bed. Look at the amount of Dutch elm that has been growing in here. This is so upsetting. And if I take these out now and I allow 2 weeks to pass, I'm going to be doing the same thing again. Oh, this one is so tiny. must be all those Dutch elm sapping all the nutrients. These these tiny ones, I'm going to be keeping them to plant next year. So I'm gonna allow these some more time. I like to weed as I go through the garden, even if I didn't intend to. Once I see them, I try to grab a few, and that way the garden won't get overrun with weeds. Now look at these babies. Oh my goodness, they are looking good, and they're getting ready for harvesting as well. Oh, look at this tiny little baby. Such a beautiful rich color. I don't know what's going on with this cabbage. They might be too hot. Look at them. They're not growing like cabbages, are they? But you can't have it all, eh? You win some and you lose some. For the most part, my brassicas are doing well. I don't know what's going on with this one. All my lettuce is bolted. These onions are starting. These are white onions, I believe they are. And they're starting to fall over, so I know they're getting ready for harvesting as well. Let's see what's going on in this bed. Oh my goodness, look at that. What is eating my onion? Something is eating my onion. Oh, baby. These ones are small. So all of the small ones will be left for next year's growing season. I'm gonna give those a little bit more time. So far, based on my harvest, the red onions did better than the white ones. Look at these tiny little things. I've had so much issues this year, not with regular pests, but with birds. They have been harvesting they've harvested nasturtium, they've harvested onions. They have just been going through and rooting out the plants in my garden. I don't know what their problem is. Maybe they're upset because I'm always chasing them away. So they're constantly rooting out the plants in my garden, which is why I have to chase them away. I think I'll allow that one to stay a bit longer. The garden is being overrun by weeds. I've harvested a few strawberries, but I'm not getting a lot of them because of these birds swooping in. But these strawberries, they are oh so sweet. Oh, look at this one. Wow, that's beautiful, isn't it? So let's add a few strawberries to the harvest. Oh, you see we have one spoiling in there. Guys, I am not kidding you. In the years that I have been growing strawberries, which is about 4 years, this is the first time I'm able to harvest this many strawberries in one go. Only 5, you know. And that's all because of birds. It's not because the strawberries aren't growing. Now, this cherry tree had quite a lot of cherries on them. I am finding cherries all over the yard because of the birds. I'm gonna try this one. Tart. I'm going to allow them some time. Allow them some time to ripen some more. I don't know if this is the final color that it will have when it is ripened, or if it is the dark one. Time will tell. So I'm going to spend some time clean up my harvest and give you the final outcome. So this is what the harvest looked like after I've cleaned it up. So if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more videos like these, please give me a thumbs up, leave a comment in the section below. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe and turn on your notification for more updates like these. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have yourself a wonderful day. Yeah man, a time for grow.